Are we live? Tell
I
me
have
when
no
we're
idea.
live. Okay, and we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the PMA LCS Week 7, OOF versus SVT. I am Super Hoagie, aka Wheels of the Bus, aka my new summoner name. Hey, listen. Uh,
Stop changing your name, man. It's so confusing.
I'm sorry. Anyways, join with me here is the
Uh,
wonderful, my ADC,
oh,
the
oh,
Freedom
sir, you
Penguin.
do me so well. Thank you. So kind.
Yes, I am kind sometimes, I promise. So we are getting ready for this pick ban right here. So let's switch over to the browser source and let's see if we can see this.
Alright, I just told them they could start that, so we're gonna get right into picking bands.
Alright, so we are getting ready for pick bans and let's see what we have planned for us. And we are ready. Let's see what they picked and ban here.
Um, I'm I'm estimating a lot of target jungle bans here. Both Vitatus and Elucida are definitely the top players on each team. They've got some of the best stats. High plat, low diamond. They're just definitely the carry masters of each team. So I'm expecting to see a lot of jungle targets in these bans. I don't know if there'll be any junglers left by the time we're done with 10 bans and 2 picks.
We see the Olaf ban actually from Vitautus, very strong champion for Vitautus, and we see the Renekton ban targeted at Necroguy. Necroguy is one trick, hate that crocodile. Good riddance. So
I didn't know he was allowed to have a one trick. He's not on one of the one trick teams. That's not allowed.
we'll make they'll make it work.
Targeting Super Kami on the Lucian, they're hovering here. Lucian, some people say he's not super strong, but if someone's comfortable on that champion, you have the right support with him. Lucian is incredibly scary. And someone like Super Kami, who has an average of 2 deaths per game, getting someone mobile like Lucian that can survive is very helpful.
Absolutely. And what we see Morgana being covered here for the ban. Um, so for that's a good ban, especially for Mudkip's a very safe mid laner.
So actually surprised they went for that, um, knowing that she got kind of nerfed into the mid lane damage. But Tarek, I don't know if they're expecting that Sona Tarek in the bot lane.
They have been
Um,
Vitautas have been practicing Vitautas and Kami has been practicing the Zona Taric bot lane, and it is a scary lane to think about. So it's a
yeah.
necessary ban for the Taric.
So I'm sorry, I guess I was very wrong. I was expecting jungle targets. We had two jungle targets. There we go, with the Elise coming out. Um, two jungle targets. That is not what I expected,
I expected
to
the
be
Taric.
honest.
I expected the Taric ban to be honest because of the Zona Taric that SVT has been practicing, and is
All
very
right.
scary. And the Necro guy's Renekton has to be banned.
All right, Malzahar coming in here for Mudkips, which they're hovering.
A first pick Malzahar to take the Malzahar away from the torpedo. Um, so that is a very smart choice first pickup by Oof right here, especially with the Malzahar ult being able to stop champions that Vitautas can hand play, and the playmaking potential is a lot lowered.
Oh my goodness, Ash Zyra bot lane. That is a scary lane. I've played it so many times myself. If Zyra lands any kind of root, that's almost instant death. Even before level 6, her damage is very, very insane.
And after
They're gonna, yeah, go ahead.
level 6, Ash lands an ulti and Zyra gets a free root.
Oh yeah, smart pickup on the ADC there with Sivir. Um, that is just an incredibly smart having the spell shield that's safe there. Morgana's not around to have the extra spell shield. Not sure what else they would pick up here. I'm assuming they'd pick the support here. And they maybe get to
This
counter the top or jungle.
or they could see a yeah, we see a Soraka pickup.
Soraka. Also a very smart play. If that Soraka's got the laning, positioning down, doesn't get hit by Ashlow or Zyra roots, that's a lane where they can just kind of survive all day long, and the Ash Zyra is basically meaningless, and it's gonna be very, very vulnerable to ganks. Um, Already I could see look for the Oof jungler, who's that? Elucida. Look for him to be looking around bot a lot.
Yeah, and Sia Boy is a very strong Soraka, actually. Pretty good at the champion, unlike me who inted on the champion. But yeah, that's
Hey
fine.
man, it happens. Sion picked up in the top lane, just a big beefy boy. They have a ton of engage already on SVT side. I like that. Talia coming out. Not sure if that was targeted toward. Oh no, that must have been toward Elucida. Talia jungle can be good, can be bad. Um, I've never seen it in the middle. It's either feeding or absolutely dominating. So
I mean, the inting Sion is still a real thing.
true. Silas being banned away as well, and not as broken as he used to be, but still a very annoying champion
Talia
to
ban
deal
against
with.
Talia ban against Elucida. Very strong champion for Elucida, and shown not map domination with that champion. So that is a very smart ban from SVT as well. And then we see the Zac ban coming in against Elucida. Having that awareness,
Yeah,
Elucida
I'm expecting to see another jungle ban here
Elucida is
from.
really good at reading the map. He understands Summoner's Rift as a map as a whole. That
Mm-hmm.
these champions that could make best use of the map, such as Talia and Zac, is very scary for Oof.
Very true, very true.
We see a Lee Sin ban hover coming in for
Now
Viscountry.
that one goes in. I I like that. Lee Sin being one of the strongest like early game junglers there is. As well as Olaf, they banned it earlier. Like I said, Vitalis and Elucida kind of make and break these teams. They have the potential to carry, and if you keep them off carry champions, then you have a chance to win the game.
You can't underestimate the other players on the team. However, they both especially if you're looking at Super Kami on the AD carry role, and so is the Jumper J on the AD carry role. They've shown to have
Mm-hmm.
really good gameplay sense, as well as Necro Guy with the really good game sense that he has, as well as Tankfield Juice's
Yeah.
team fighting potential.
This this top lane matchup, Kled into Scion, is gonna be very interesting because that's you need to know the damage outputs on each side. Because if you're not sure about the matchup, you're not gonna sure when you can take a fight and when you have to back off. And if someone just knows the matchup better, they're gonna absolutely dominate the top lane. So look for that to possibly snowball. As you see, oh hell yeah, Kane coming in for Elucida. This is going to be a hyphy game. Played around that Kane for sure. Just watched him to be roaming all over the map, destroying the back line of SVT.
And that Kane pickup is very smart for Elucida. As I already mentioned, Elucida's specialty is being able to utilize the map to the fullest potential and able to create some interesting pathways.
Hmm.
And
And
AP
finally,
Shyvana,
yeah, I wonder if he'll go AP or AD. They don't have a lot of DPM, honestly, beyond the Ash. Um, and AP Shyvana can be very, very good. Her burst damage is just so high. But if she doesn't have her ult, she's kind of useless.
absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
versus if you build her AD, a little bit of tank, Titanic Hydra and whatnot, you get to kind of be the front line and let your backline do their thing. I'm really not sure how he will play this. I know AP Shyvana is more popular right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see here as we see into the pick ban right here. We see
Let's talk.
sorry,
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry. No, go ahead. No, you
Yeah.
please.
So I wanted to ask
Come on, I won't
which
hurt you.
Shyvana do you
I
prefer?
promise.
Which team Take it out.
As far as team comp goes, man, that is a tough one. I would have to give it to SVT. Um, they have the Ashe Zyra. You know, just that engage already is huge. And, you know, Shyvana being able to just ult in toward the back line. I like them better as a comp. I like them better as a 5v5 team. But at the same time, with Elucida on Kayn, that can absolutely just kind of take over a match. And so if he's able to kind of pop off early on the Kayn, then the game will be over before they even get a chance to have a true 5v5.
So I wanted to apologize to chat. I realized nobody could hear me in chat. So
Are you serious? Hoagie, man.
Sorry, I usually put my volume a little bit lower just because I'm a loud person.
The important part was, could they hear me?
Yeah, they could hear you. They were able to hear you.
That's all that matters, man. That is all that matters.
Wow. Anyways, what team do you think will take it out on top and why?
So I've been really looking over the stats. These are two very even teams. SVT coming in even 6-6. Oof, with a rank of 5-7. You look at SVT's bot lane. I would say, have the stronger bot lane. They're safer and they play very smart. They play very well. You know, both these teams have super powerful junglers that they tend to play around. And so, I mean, just kind of player-wise and stat-wise, I would want to give edge to SVT. However, Oof has a higher percent of securing Barons, 91% first blood in their games. They've gotten first blood in all but I think one game this year. So they start very strong. 75% getting the first tower in their games, and an average of 580 gold advantage at 10 minutes. So the stats say that Oof should have the advantage.
However, please keep in mind, actually, now that I think about it, it's actually the Torpedo on the Ashe. Actually, Torpedo has shown on the Ashe multiple times. It says Vitaldis, but I don't think Ryze is a Torpedo champion. If you think about it.
You think they're gonna send Torpedo bot with Ashe, huh?
Yeah.
They're gonna swap it out?
It's going to be swap it out and then Allergic to Milk and Torpedo in the bot lane. I think that makes a lot more sense. Torpedo's.
I think you're right, because he's hovering the heal here.
Yeah, it's. Ryze is not a Torpedo champion. Not in the slightest.
Interesting. So they put Super Kami into the jungle.
Yeah, I think that's why I think they were expecting that, and that's why they had the Lee Sin ban as well, just in case, because that is Super Kami Guru's #1 jungler is the Lee Sin.
Alright. Well, with this in mind, this now becomes a very heavy, like, a little bit one-sided in the mid matchup. Vitaldis definitely has the upper hand on Mudkips. So I'm not sure if Elucida is gonna try to play around that and help his mid laner out, or just say, hey, sorry, good luck, buddy, I'm gonna go help out somewhere else.
However,
and try,
think about this though, Mudkips is not to be underestimated here. I think, especially with Malzahar, him on the Malzahar, that is a very safe champion.
Absolutely.
With
the free push in the lane,
Space Aids are pretty OP in terms of pushing power and being able to roam around the map with the Nether Grasp. So, and note here also the bot lane from Oof, opting for that heal barrier bot lane.
Yeah, incredibly safe bot lane right there.
With the spell shield, they have to target the Soraka because the spell shield and the barrier provides a lot of protection for Jumper J. So I think.
But
So go ahead.
sorry, by the way, Fudgy, I'm sorry. The game is late. We were having some issues getting a streamer, and props to Hero who is streaming and doing color casting at the same time here.
Yeah, I'm just color because I'm just gonna analyze and that'll be fine.
Okay. You're not doing the stream?
I am streaming, duh. That's why I'm
Oh,
still
yeah.
here. That's why we're still here.
I'm actually honestly surprised I could do this. I'm currently in June Lake, California in the Eastern Sierras, and I can't believe I have fucking internet out here. And the first time I tested my internet speeds, I was running 3.5 megabits a second,
Incredible.
which is just a tad lower than my standard 350.
You
So
need a streamer.
Well, it's already too late. I'm already in it, doing it.
Yeah, but you can shut it off real quick and I can restart it.
Uh,
do you want to do that, Hero? Do you?
It's up to you.
I mean, I'll just keep it. I feel like I don't want to interrupt the stream here, so I don't want to just pause it and then come back. So I'll just stay here.
All right then. Fleeing Panda out.
Well,
Thanks for the
appreciate
offer, though.
yeah, appreciate the offer. All right, so win conditions, and we've kind of already talked about it. For me, I think that if they can just not feed the rise, that's step number one. Do not feed the rise.
Rise, it's gonna be very hard, I think, to feed the Rise. Rise definitely has a very good team fighting potential, but at the same time, his kill pressure isn't as high as other mid laners, in my opinion. Granted, he has a point and click route, but
It's not. But Vitalis is such a talented player, and if if he gets a couple kills, starts snowballing, and he's going to scale so much, he will start. He'll start pushing the side lane, and you'll literally have to send 3 people to go deal with him when it hits 30 minutes. So, but if you don't give him any early kills, that scaling is going to take longer, and you have a chance to kind of let your team do what it wants to do. At the same time, this bot lane for Oof, Sivir Soraka, although it's a safe lane, it's really going to be all on your boy to position himself in the lane correctly. Because with an Ashe Zyra, an Ashe W will slow you. Zyra can very easily land a root off of that, and you're just kind of done.
absolutely. As we go into game, I think I'm just trying to make sure that the stream is
It looks good from what I see. I've got Twitch up.
It looks fine from my end. Okay, just wanted to make sure. But
while we had a second here, I wanted to give the obligatory shout out to Rich for his amazing statistic keeping. Sorry. For their amazing statistic keeping, and like just the things I'm able to have and kind of see is always nice to have. So thank you, Rich. Appreciate it.
But as we look in, I'm really liking Oof's comp just because Sivir and the Kled is going to have the let's go button, as well with the Malzahar being able to have access to whoever they want in order to get the Nether Grasp on whoever targets they want to.
Mm-hmm.
With the Soraka peel necessary, with the Kayn just diving the backline. And on the same term, I really like SVT's comp with the Ashe Arrow and the Ashe Zyra engage, as well as the Scion.
Mm.
And then Rise can get a nice flank with the good map pressure and the game knowledge that Vitalis has. I think you can make really good use of that ultimate. So I think really strong showing for both sides here. I do want to give a slight edge to Oof here, just because of I think they have a little bit more versatility into their game. They with the Kled and the Sivir providing a little bit of safety. And as the
Are
game loads,
you into the game right now?
yes, but we're still waiting.
We're pause 10.
It's it's still not like it's loaded in, but it's like at 0 seconds at this
Oh,
point.
yeah, same here.
Yes. So we'll wait until this actually loads. And while that happens, let me know when it actually starts loading so that I can start putting in the overlay.
Got it. We are loaded in.
And it doesn't look
I'm at 10. Are you around the same time I am?
Nope. So
I'll pause it. I'll pause at 20.
sounds good.
All right, I paused.
I'm at 20.
All right,
3,
ready?
set, go. I'm gonna hide
3
the
set go, my favorite. All right. We see 5-man coming down here from each team as they're both very aggressive in the early game.
Just looking for that invade here.
Yeah, I don't think they will ever see each other, but we may end up with some red buffs taken from each other's sides.
That of itself, I think, is spicy. Just a thought. I think.
Absolutely. I love seeing this. You know, you've got the 5. Funny enough, I think, my gosh, I mean, with an Ashe Zyra, you have such a better comp to do level 1 with. As I'm gonna lower my sound. That's very loud. There we go.
Oh, they're gonna fight each other. Mudkip's gonna fight Super Kami, and we see what's going on. But there's a
I don't think much is going to come out of this. I think Oof should kind of just get back. They're in their jungle as Elucido will step out.
With the Q.
Looks like he's going to start his blue buff. Don't know if we'll get much of a leash for it. Bot lane, into lane in time. I think Mudkips is going to miss a little bit of CS here to start, which is not going to help anything.
However, we're looking at some of the early things going on. Not much is going on.
Elucida taking a lot of damage. Root getting out. Some slaps coming on to the top lane. But here's that matchup I told you about where you just got to know the damage. Necroguy is running Conqueror, so I think he has the advantage, especially early, before Sion's able to get some tank stats in.
And we see a little bit of trading attempted in the bot lane here, but not much is happening. I don't particularly agree with the spell thieves in this scenario for Soraka, but that's just me. I don't want to go aggressive. I don't want to go near that bot lane.
Yeah, I agree. I think spell thieves was a little silly over coin. But if he's confident on it, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see a nice Q land onto to Allergic to Milk with the Star Call. So, it's actually not going too badly right now. Good extra damage. That's a good thing about Spell Thief is that it provides that extra damage.
Some nice trading going on. Allergic to Milk getting pretty low. Gonna have to burn through some pots. Torpedo as well. Holding on to his pot for now. He's got Fleet Footwork. No, he's got Lethal Tempo. I think he's sitting a little low.
And then Tankfield Juice is screaming a mini Necroguy, taking a little bit of
There's
damage.
Elucido. We have a gank coming here. Double buff Kane. That may force a Rise Flash. He gets W off, gets the Q off.
No flash.
No flash coming out. Nice hold. I'm sorry I misnamed Kane's abilities, but Jumper J coming straight up to Allergic to Milk. No fear. I'm assuming he has the E already up. So there's not much Zyra can do if Sivir has her spell shield out. Necroguy losing Skarl. Gonna be without his little friend for a little bit. Kane looking for a second gank here in the bot, but Shyvana is just off to the side. Spell shield down. Kane coming through. Slash, dice, Q in, flash, and heal coming out from Zyra and Ashe. Shyvana's still kind of waiting on the back. Not sure if she's going to be able to counter this, but
I think Zyra is taking a lot of I like to say unnecessary amount of damage. I think just stepping up a little too far in order to get some of the abilities down. Um,
Yeah, she'll learn shortly that, even though she's Zyra, when Sivir has her spell shield up, you just can't do anything about it, and Sivir can literally run you down.
mm-hmm.
We do see this is going to be an AP Shyvana coming out, I believe, considering there's just Dark Harvest.
Oh, we see a
As we
little trade
see,
in the top lane if we see it there. Scarl is gone, but might get Scarl back because the courage meter is going back up, which
he's
means
about to, yeah.
he's about to come back.
We're already
Which
seeing quite a CS difference in the mid lane. That is a 19 CS difference 5 minutes in. That is going to balloon, unfortunately, in favor of Rise and SVT.
However, we do see a good CS lead in the bot lane from Jumper J.
True.
We have a nice 18 gold difference, right? Oh, 18
try to get some of this back on the tower. And
Super
early
Kami.
Dragon doing what Shyvana does. I am super surprised that Oof spot lane couldn't get a ward over there. You have to expect that from a Shyvana. And you can't just let her solo take a dragon without having any idea that she's there.
Really good dragon pickup by Super Kami Guru. Really smart
Absolutely.
to get that early. Since they know that Oof's bot lane isn't there, and that means Torpedo and
Kane looking for a gank mid here. He's hanging out in the bush and waiting for the camera to get there as well. As we see Necro Guy losing Scarls. Should be able to walk. Oh, no. From Scion use. Flash coming out from Necro Guy, and he will survive. As we have a roam up from Zyra. Actually going all over the map.
See, Zyra is a really, really good champion for roaming just because she has an innate potential. And we see a route coming on to Mudkips, that point and click route.
Yeah. Lucida is only level 5. I don't know if he's going to want to take this against a level 6 Scion, but he is trying. He's got the Conqueror proc. He keeps going in on it. And he's actually doing way better damage than I thought it would. He will go down to the Scion.
For the
1v1. My man, you can't do that. As we see Mudkips getting rooted up, Vitatus will auto for the kill as well. There's a quick 2-0 coming out. Teleport ult coming in from Scarl, and that is a kill back on the tank field juice. We have kills coming back and forth into this game. Wow.
This might sound weird, but I think the reason why I think it was worth for Elucida. I think Elucida was expecting to die there. However, I think he's trying to get to that Rost as soon as possible because the Rost's innate ability to heal through everything and just the huge power spike that you get from getting Rost, I think, is what the long run he's planning for. It might sound weird, but I think that's what Elucida is going for here. As we see Allergic to Milk stepping up for that.
Finally getting the zone out there in the bot lane. As Sivir just continues to build the CS lead. Although Lucida is down at the bottom. Trade's coming up from Necro Guy. This is more going to be just a slap fight. He's not going to get too much damage onto him. Lucida opting to hang out in the tri-bush. Bot is warded pretty well. Ashe going back. And Super Kami looking for a possible ult into the mid lane here. We'll patiently be waiting as Malzahar no idea.
And we see
more trades off the top lane.
Fighting tank field juice, and we see the.
Oh my gosh, flashed it, but still taunted. And another auto for the kill from Vitatus. So, like I said, win condition number 1, don't feed the Rise, is already not going well. Beautiful coming out from tank field juice. It's your boy living with the tower shot. Necrogry gonna have Scarl back up here. Unfortunately, knocks himself back. Unable to finish that.
With you see the Sivir getting so much more of a CS lead over the Torpedo, which is to be expected, especially with the safety of Soraka's Sivir lane. You cannot die. That's a very safe lane for Oof. no matter what the torpedo and allergic milk puts out, they're unless they straight up go for the Soraka, they cannot actually get that. Um, as we see some clearing the vision, not bad. So as we see here with the items, let's look at the items a little bit. So we see the Warden's Mail coming out from Tank Field Juice, which means it'll reduce the auto attack, the attack speed for Necro Guy, which means violent tendencies, which is Kled's W. That damage output's gonna be a little bit lowered because it's not gonna attack as fast.
Right. And in response, we got a Phage coming out. Look like he's going for that Black Cleaver. But right now, with just Phage Kindle Gem, he's not going to be able to do much. Tabby's also being picked up by the Scion. So I would put advantage towards the Scion here as we see wards getting cleared out at the Dragon Pit. Dragon's coming up in... I don't know how to pull that up in spectator mode. So I actually have no idea.
And we see the Archangel Staff coming out from Vite. Oh, and we see the engage onto Tank Field Juice. And
this is going to be tough. Scion's going to have ulti up.
Necro Guy's tanking right now.
Necro Guy's gonna have to get out. Taking too many tower shots, all coming out from the Soraka.
Great ultimate from Soraka.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he lived! Jumper J actually lived. With the flash heal from Soraka. We have Rise coming down though. It's Your Boy is going to get dove here. Nothing you can do about it. Sorry. 4 in the bot lane as SVT looks to possibly secure first tower here.
Yeah, they have the minion wave to get that first tower. They're gonna look to get that first tower here.
Nice flash coming out of Necro Guy. He's very low. He doesn't have Scarl up yet. Elucida should be able to take this. Doesn't have ult, but he's got his Conquer. He's got his W. Healing back and does not have a Q, unfortunately, to land.
Unfortunately, not enough damage from Kayn just yet with only double longsword and
a second dragon picked up from SVT. You know, really taking advantage of the Shyvana passive, doing insane damage to dragons. And Super Kami just doing his job, make sure he is around for the dragons, picking them up when they can. So obviously, slight advantage early going to the side of SVT. I mean, I guess the saving grace right now, Kled does have 1 kill in the top, and Sivir has got quite a big CS lead in the bottom. But they're going to have to start getting kills somewhere on the map. Something trying to make up for this lost gold. You know, 2 dragons down, trying not to give up Rift Herald. And that is Vitatus being very aggressive. They're looking toward that jungle, that blue side. But back off as they're spotted by a ward.
And then we see, I just want to note one thing into the builds. Rise already, 12 minutes into the game, has an Archangel Staff that's at 500 stacks at this point from the tier. That's going to become a Seraph Embrace very soon, as we see.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's just nothing going on in the top lane right now, but that's alright. And we see the jungle items. As you said, this is going to be an 8.
Lucio looking top again. He does have form. He does have Renkane, so that Q does a little bit of extra damage. Let's see if they can trade the tower damage here. Oh my god, Super Chemi Girl with the AP Shyvana damage. They were not expecting him to come up there. Beautiful, beautiful counter engage coming in from the side of SVT. And that is rough. We were talking about one of those win conditions for Oof was, can we feed the Kayn? Can the Kayn just walk around the map and start killing everybody? Starting 0-2, putting a lot of presence into that top lane that just has not played out for him very well at all.
You see the gold difference here, and we see a lot of gold deficits coming in from Oof with the
and I think that's going to be a Rift drop top as well right now. That is indeed. Vitatus is going to be able to dive that Malzahar very, very soon. If he is at all at half health or less, the Malzahar will pretty much die.
And we see Elucida finally
Allergic
learning to milk.
What are you doing, Zyra? Apparently baiting for beautiful kills from the Rise. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry I doubted you. I thought he was so out of position, but the Rise is just able to roam up and answer. So strong right now. Only 14 minutes into the game, and he's only going to get stronger.
The reason why that play actually worked just was because Vitaldis had such a priority in the mid lane that no matter how caught up the Zyra may look from warding or anything like that, Vitaldis can just respond a lot really quickly just by showing up and using that point and click route. It's very good on well played from SVT. They're very coordinated in comms, I believe so. And we see a turret coming down in the mid lane here as I speak.
Yeah, 2 towers now taken for SVT, and not even really knocking on any of the towers is oof. As you kind of wonder what's the play now. They're down 8 kills to 1. What do they do from here, Hero? How do they kind of get back into this?
I think the way they get back into this, especially I think, is using that huge game-changing ultimate on Mudkips at a high priority target. For example, the Ashe, the Rise, maybe even the Shyvana that's going to get stronger as well. Just finding the perfect target, I think, with the coordinated comms.
Looking for a dive here on the bot lane, but Shyvana is coming in from the back. They don't know where she is to ult in Q. Nice spell shield from Jumpers. That was actually a very, very beautiful... Ooh, Chaboy, nice ultimate as well. Sion coming down, Rise coming in, ulti. And Elucida will not be able to get out. Oh my goodness, from downtown Super Kami Guru. The AP Shyvana damage, you can't run away from it. As they are going to pick up their 3rd dragon only 16 and a half minutes into the game.
They need a little bit of magic resist coming in from Oof as well, just so that they can survive that easier, I think.
It's easy to say, but man, I've been in that position where you're behind, you're only 60 minutes in, the Sivir doesn't even have her first item. She's been forced to kind of go back with low and awkward gold amounts. So she's got boots. She looks like she's trying to build Essence Reaver, you're right. And see Mudkips. Zoni's coming out, stopwatch. Lucia trying to help do what he can, but I think it's going to be all for naught. As Mudkips does go down. And oh my god, the Zyra plant damage with Dark Harvest is insane here. So, at this point, if SVT plays it right, there's almost no way they can lose the game. For Oof, I would guess they need to start kind of knowing where the Shyvana is. The Shyvana has completely destroyed Elucida's gameplay. Every time it seems he's out to gank a lane, Shyvana's there to counter, and they just all get destroyed. So unless you know where the Shyvana is, you really can't make plays around the map.
As you can see right here as well, you see...
Oh, it does secure that blue with a smite. Thank goodness Lucida won't lose that.
So if you look at the itemization, there's a death cap coming straight from Vitaldis, as well as a completed Seraph Embrace, and then a Nashor's Tooth and a Runic Echoes coming in from Shyvana.
Oh, nice Ash Arrow. That was a 3-second route for long range Ash Arrow, but a nice stun as she will jump straight into the Rise and all those minions to help out. Why not? Come join the party. Mudkips out of position here will instantly go down. And it looks like they might just send 5 to the mid lane and push down. I don't see why you wouldn't. As Lucida will also get caught out here, unable to get the W all the way over. Gonna try to survive for as long as he can, but yeah, that is a 7-0-2 Rise.
That Rise, also that great ultimate coming in from Rise as well. That ultimate having good game knowledge is what you need in order to pull that ultimate off. Being able to teleport behind them to cut them off, cut off the enemy. It's actually really good in coordinated setting. Not the best solo queue kind of champion, but very good team fighting oriented champion if you know what you're doing.
Jumpers doesn't have a spell shield here. He needs to be careful. I don't know if they saw that. Rise could just walk up and W him, and he might be dead.
But as I said before, a lot of the high damage is coming from Vitautis and Super Kamiguru now with both heavy AP damage dealers. Necroguy just face
Oh, you are walking into a bush with a Scion on their team. Necroguy, you can't do that. You just can't walk blind into bushes with a Scion. You will die every single time.
That feels like me last couple minutes ago.
I mean, it sucks, and we have a pause coming out. It looks like not exactly sure the reason. Take Field Juice had to go take care of some stuff at home. But yeah, no, again, it's a tough position to be on. Yeah, here you know that one all too well, where you don't have any vision on Baron. You know they're setting up for it. And you think like, well, we got to get to Baron. We got to set vision up on it. But then you walk into a bush and there's a Scion waiting right there and a Rise, and you die.
That's why I always try to set up oracles with a trail of pink wards. Have extra pink wards to help you out with your trailing, but sometimes it just doesn't work, and sometimes you just get blown up anyways.
Yeah, it's you're damned if you do, damned if you don't with that kind of stuff.
Good try though, and if you look at once again, I think Merc treads from everyone will go a long way. I think, even though yes, it'll still hurt. Rise will still hurt. Shyvana will still hurt, but that extra nanosecond of survivability is that amount of time being able to do something for the team. I think makes a huge difference.
I'm not sure if the Soraka will go for it. It's kind of, you always see me want to go with the cooldown reduction boots on Soraka, but in this case, yeah, having the magic resist would help. Having Mikhail's would be huge here for the Soraka if she can get it after her Ardent Sensor, but I don't even know if there's going to be enough time left in this game to grab that. There's not enough gold income on the side of Oof. You talk about this magic resist, but we see the Sivir is trying to get at least 2 damage dealing items, and something I've always, seen and been told is that if you're behind, you can't build defensively. Because if you build defensively, you're already behind, and now you're losing out on that much more damage that you could be, putting into maybe getting a pick on somebody and getting yourself back in the game. So it's almost impossible to build defensively if you're behind, because then you won't be able to do anything to anybody. So after 2 items, though, maybe the Sivir will be able to pick up a Maw.
Or a QSS. Or
a QSS. Yeah, either one would do very well.
QSS will be very big just because of the Ashe ultimate as well as the Rise W, the roots.
Zyra as well.
Zyra. So I think having that QSS along with the Mikhail's, I think will be huge. With the Ardent Sensor is going to be very helpful once she gets it, because that's going to give a little bit more damage and attack speed for everyone on the team, which is very useful for most people in the team with the exception of Malzahar here.
Yeah. I can tell you what, it's going to be very tough for Oof to get back into this one for sure. Not impossible by any means, but very tough. So I hope that they're all keeping a very clear head and saying, hey, you know what? We're behind. We're having a rough time here. Let's play smart. Let's ward up. Nobody get caught in the jungle. And you know what? If SVT decides to get Baron and run it down mid and win the game, hey, they're going to do that. At least you played smart. What I don't want to see is Oof kind of just meandering around and getting picked off one by one to end up losing the game. Like, I would like to see smart plays and then kind of reset and get him in the next game. So hopefully they're trying to get a game plan here of, hey, how are we going to ward defensively? How are we going to deal with this Rise problem? and really hope that maybe the Rise chooses to split and you kind of just go in for a quick engage and blow up someone in their back line
Mm-hmm.
is really your only chance at this point.
I think, yeah, I agree. Like, if you find them in a split scenario, then you can use group as 5, Necro guy with the charge, as well as on the hunt, Call of the Hunt by Sivir. Sivir's ultimate's called Call of the Hunt.
Hmm.
Uh, use either of those abilities. Have Mudkips follow them. One of the carries, preferably the Rise, and just
I
kill the Rise.
uh the Rise is gonna be really hard to blow up. I know he is such a big problem champion right now. Um I just don't think there's a way to kill him, unfortunately. No one can kind of get on him. He's got the extra shielding from his Seraph's Embrace. He's got Mercury Treads. Like, he is going to be really damn hard to kill. So I think you're better off probably going on the Shyvana. If she manages to ult in, and you manage to just kind of pop her before she gets more than one Q off. Or really Ashe, Zyra, Shyvana, any one of those. If Elusive is able to kind of get into the back line and take them out, they might have a chance.
Absolutely. And I think looking into this game, I think Kled might be able to help out, like survive the game a little bit longer. So we'll see how this game plays out. As we see some baby issues going in from as you know, the Torpedo is a dad now. Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations on having Mr. Holden. Pictures on Facebook, adorable, obsessed.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can tell you the Necro guy is in a weird spot right now because he is really the only front line that Oof has. But at the same time, he's their biggest damage dealer because he's only 1 and 2. He's got a little bit of farm, and after completing his full Hydra, I'm assuming that would be a Titanic Hydra. And his boots, he would then go a little tanky. But for now, he's only got Cleaver and Tiamat, and so he's still a little squishy, even with Skarl. So really, there's no front line there for Oof right now. And again, to those of you watching, we are sorry for the extended pause delay, but really, would it be PMA LCS without a long pause?
Probably not.
SVT has just said that they will be firing their who is that, their bot lane, their ADC after this game. So and this will be most likely his last game because he's just been fired by their team. Sorry to see you go, Torpedo.
Sorry, no, Sven, you're fired. Sorry.
Thankfully, chat can also read the in-game chat, so give a little bit of entertainment as kind of running out of things to talk about at this point. I just want to see how this game plays out. Apologies to all of you on the East Coast, where I would already be in bed, but perks of living out in the West, where it's only 8:15 at night. So how's your day today?
I am wonderful. I played some League. I got a new mouse here. I have a gaming mouse. So,
Nice. Dope, dude.
pretty good. Just hanging out until I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Hey, the good news is you and me get some practice in this week because my internet looks like it's gonna be nice to me here.
Oh my god.
And I am not gonna have a lot going on for for the next few days. So
UTD bot lane. Woohoo!
whoop, whoop. And we're gonna work on doing a little better than I think it was 3-23 we went in our second game this last week.
Oh yeah, I inted flat out.
I know Tankfield Juice just asked for a Chad Penguin flex, but please do not give him that. There is no Chad Penguin flexing. There's only one true Penguin in the PMA LCS, and that is me, Freedom Penguin. Because Freedom is much better than some silly Chad. And that is why I'm the one true Penguin. Chat says they're not getting any game sound.
Yeah. Yeah, I realize this now because I was never told.
Chat, have you not told us we don't have game sound? What are you doing, chat?
I'm sorry.
Come
That's
on.
my fault. That's my fault. I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at the Facebook chat. Okay, I was.
This.
I have my.
No, I was looking at Twitch chat. I was looking at Twitch chat as well. But yeah, this is also why we usually have someone dedicated to streaming.
I mean that's I did decline the offer because I didn't want to interrupt the stream. So,
Well, no, you did the right thing. You did the right thing, and you are doing just fine for being able to do color commentary and have the stream set up and everything. And
yeah,
but this is why, because shit like this happens.
It was
quite
an
often.
easy fix. I just didn't realize it, you know. Because I was not paying attention to Facebook chat. I was watching the Twitch chat, so that's my fault. And Fleeing Panda did offer. I just didn't want to interrupt the stream, so I just didn't. Anyways.
Unfortunately, there's no way to mute players in game, so we're just gonna have to live with that. Because I think at this point, I would mute every single person in this game.
Okay, I'm watching this chat right now, and I'm just like confused. I'm so confused.
Now, this is an interesting situation. If this goes the next 18 minutes, then SVT is going to have to forfeit the game, or they just lose a ban.
I'm pretty.
Or does the game just goes on pause and they play 4v5?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I believe that's what happens. You just play 4v5.
I don't know the ruling on this for pausing for such an extended period of time. I don't believe anything terrible happens. Like, obviously, babies happen. Life gets in the way.
And we see a copy pasta. Classic PMA thing to happen. Just copy pastas. A bunch of copy pastas. Elucida. I'm just gonna get rid of this chat. So that nobody has to see it anymore. Goodbye.
Thank you, Hero. That is perfect.
I can't tell when they're gonna be ready to unpause. So
I'll tell you. I've still got chat up. I'll let you know.
Okay, great. So nobody else has to see the chat anymore. But now that I know that game sound was not on the entire time, I can turn it back on. And I'm just a dum-dum. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a dum-dum.
It's okay. It happens. Oh, we have some readies in the chat.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, can they unpause, please? We have readies in the chat. Why are we not unpausing? There we go.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay.
All right. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna lower this game sound though. It's still really loud.
All right.
All right. Much better. Oh, and I am hovering over Thornmail, and it's giving me a description of what Thornmail is. I don't need that description in my life. I do not.
Yeah, obviously they are not caring much about any Malzahar damage right now. It's all armor coming out from Tankfield, who's staying true to his name, is playing a fatty tank with some fatty tank items.
Oh. You see a ping coming on.
Yeah, we're gonna dance around the Baron now for a little while. Dragon is coming up here. Can you see what dragon that is? My interface is totally whacked up.
It is a cloud.
Cloud Drake. Okay, I assume they don't even really pay it any mind. Ryze is going to be pushing the bot lane with TP, and Oof is going to have to make a play here, away from the Ryze while he is down. And we have a DC from the Zyra, and we will have another pause. Welcome to the PMA LCS, everybody.
Can we get a golf clap in chat, please? Can we? Thank you. Thank you.
Oh boy. I don't understand why, man, if I lived in the East Coast, I don't know if I could do PMA LCS, because, I can't do these late fucking times that you all do at all.
Oh, late times are the best. That's when I'm the most alive. And you know what? Since I'm not caffeinated enough, I will drink more coffee, even though I have work in the morning. Wonderful.
Yeah, I can't work at 8 a.m. with 10-year-olds, 30 of them trying to play the trumpet and the flute and the clarinet and the trombone.
Oh, yeah,
I can't do that. Yes, I work 4th and 5th grade, and I can't do that early in the morning if I have to go to bed at 1 in the goddamn morning.
Oh, before I came back to before school, I worked with literal 3-year-olds, being bright and early and singing songs and doing some other speech thingies. Not we're getting kids to talk for the first time, and that's an adventure and a half. Okay, getting kids to talk using songs like Wheels on the Bus. Hence my name,
Yeah.
Wheels on the Bus, formerly known as Wheels on the Bus. That was because I worked with literal 3-year-olds, and it was the best actually. I love working with very small children.
If any of you have just joined us in chat, we spent a solid 12 minutes of this pause talking about the game, and we have literally run out of things to say. We have analyzed this 15-1 game up and down, I believe. So we're just sitting here spewing bullshit out of our mouths, and we apologize.
But as we you know what? I want to talk about the game just a little bit more.
Ew, no, gross. Okay, go ahead.
Ew, gross. I know, right? Who would have thought? But as we see, the goal differentials here, we see a whooping 4K goal difference in the mid lane. A whooping
Oof.
4K, 6K to 10K. But there's leads all around on SVT, but a shout out to Jumper J, who actually has a significant a slight gold lead, not a significant gold lead, a slight gold lead, 500 gold lead onto the Ash.
Yeah.
So you know
good.
what? There's that. So actually, you know what? Good for Jumper J. Okay, good for Jumper J.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make that note here. As we see here too, with the wave clear that Mudkips and Jumper J have, I think that provides really good survivability for at least for a little bit. And I think it's gonna have to be a 4v5 at this point because they've used so much of the.
Yeah, they've still got 12 minutes left.
Well, I think.
Okay, TBH. All right, this is just me. If I were on the side of SVT right now, I would say screw it, unpause, we'll go without the Zyra, and they could still run it down 4v5 and still just absolutely decimate, I think. But I guess we are going to wait out until they figure that out. Not sure if it's an internet problem, computer problem.
It's most likely an internet problem, probably.
We're just along for the ride. Oh. So Oof could call for a unpause here. I don't think any of us can chat them. Hey, there we go.
And the reconnect here. Okay, and now I'm gonna mute the chat again because I have no idea what the heck is going on anymore. I'm just gonna leave it. And they are being nice, and they are letting them keep that time. So, good for them.
Got it. Oh, lost power, so it was a power issue. There you go.
Ah, funny enough.
He's probably got the hamster running now, and got the generator going into his computer. He's gonna run it at about 4 FPS, but you know what? That's all you need is Zyra. Just walk up, throw all your abilities, throw your ult, ignite somebody, and walk out.
It's really that simple playing Zyra. I'm sorry. I have mastery levels.
Okay, not in the early game, but in the mid to late game. That is the way you play Zyra. Walk up, throw all your abilities, ignite, walk away. And then wait 60 seconds till your ult's back up and do it again.
So I think as we see the QSS actually coming in from.
Hey, we have ours. We have ready ups, and we are starting this game yet again, ladies and gentlemen. Might not even be the last pause. We don't know. But yeah, QSS coming from. Oh my gosh, Vitalis. Yeah.
So which means
that is an unkillable Rise.
Yeah, that Rise is never going to die. That's just the plain of the fact. You have to find somebody else to Malzahar ult now.
All right, so we are looking here for SVT to keep doing what they're doing. They're in a 1-3-1. No one can stop the Rise. He could probably 1v3 at this point, but Oof has got to make a play. There's only 2 in the mid lane. You gotta probably ignore the Rise. There's no point in trying to get to him right now. The Necro guy trying to get some damage on a tank field who is just so stacked with armor, even with the Conqueror coming out here. I just don't know if there's going to be enough damage, but we will see.
Necro guy is just hurting himself at this point because of the Thornmail.
The Thornmail, yeah. He did keep Scarl as Baron is started.
There's nothing they can do about that Baron.
Yep, that is going to be secured by SVT. Looks like the Rise TP'd up for it. So his TP is down. If he decides to split again, he won't be able to really join a fight. Lucida trying to get something back here, but the other team is on their way.
Great silence by
moving
the
into the wall. Wow.
It was trying to get Necro guy who did a nice splash so that Tank Field Juice just runs into a wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Lucida coming back. Looks like they're gonna put 5 into the top lane here.
That top lane's going down.
And try to run it down all the way to the inhibitor.
That silence is not really gonna do much right now, just because they're just gonna die at this point. Just diving.
So you've got some poke damage here between Sivir and Malzahar. You might be able to poke him down before you go in. As Lucida is looking for it, he's just going for it. Unsubholding tank field juice. I don't know if he meant to do that. Shyvana, oh my gosh, the snipe onto Soraka as Necro Guy's onto the back line. Vitalis going down, does go down. The unkillable Rise has fallen. Lucida will fall as well. That is a 3-for-1, but you know what? The position that Oof is in, I will take that. Shutdown on the rise.
Oh no, it's four for
Oh
it's
my
4-4-1
god.
now. Now Shyvana is very scary as well. Just throws a fireball at them and just literally just one shot them. AP Shyvana really hurts, by the way, right now.
Absolutely. So even though they did not hit that fight as best they wanted to, they
Still got the shutdown gold from Vitalis, which is still a big shutdown. So you know.
absolutely. You know what? With that team having Baron, I'm really surprised it went that way. I'm thinking that was just miscommunication from SVT. I feel like they just stayed as 5 and kind of just played it out. That wouldn't have gone bad, but Vitalis ulted out, and Kled was able to kind of get into the back line. So it's this interesting play by SVT, but props for Oof. They are holding strong. 4 dragons down, Baron down.
I think about this team coming in from Oof is that they have a really good wave clear with the Malzahar Space Aids along with Jumper J's Ricochet Boomerang Blade. That innately has a lot of wave clear, and it's not as easy as against other comps to just seize towers. Yes, that inner tower is gonna go down because of the Baron, but going for the inhib tower might be a little greedy with the safety of the positioning in the base. Gonna be able to just throw pizza, slice the pizza, and then throw space aid. Clears waves, just like that.
Absolutely.
They do not want to step up too far though from that base, or else they just get picked out and die.
Yeah, we do have double supers coming into the top lane that we're able to stack up. So someone's going to have to go answer that top lane in about 10 to 20 seconds. So you either got to force the fight here, or you've got to back off and concede most likely 3 inhibitors. And it looks like...
Looks like
oh wow, they don't have the wave for it, so they're not actually going to secure the tower. Kled will be able to clear some of these minions out. They are rotating toward mid as Shyvana looks to solo the mid lane inhibitor. Jumper J walking pretty far up, but they're able to step out without too much problem. Clear waves, WQ, space aids and everything. Mid inhibitor goes down. Inhibitor tower down. Ashe ult coming in. Mudkips will go down. And this looks like it is all but over for Oof. As Shyvana just gets to kind of walk up and throw Qs that deal everybody's full health bars. Now it's just kind of a waiting game. I don't think there's enough wave clear to clear double supers out of each lane. And we'll just let this play out. 1 turret down, 2nd turret down, going for the last ditch effort fight here. Ult from Soraka, ult coming in on the side again from the Kayn, will cue the Ashe, unable to get any kills secured. They do back them off the inhibitor turret. They keep 1 inhibitor turret. SVT wisely just kind of backing off and saying, hey, we're just gonna wait. You've got double supers coming in. I really hope to God SVT does not try to wait around for this Baron. Like, they do not need it. They have triple inhibs down. They're up 20 kills to 2. Please, SVT, just end this game. This does not have to go any longer than it already has.
And as you can see, the Morellonomicons coming in from Shyvana, Zyra, and now Vitautis. 3 Morellonomicons, which means Soraka heals is going to be cut significantly. In fact, I don't think Soraka can heal through anybody anymore. Just
not at all. Not at all. Soraka is gonna be there to try to keep somebody alive for that 1 extra shot, and just to have the ultimate, you know. As they are going to set up for the Baron. And they're gonna play the slow game, it seems.
And they're gonna get it.
Oh, of course. My question is why they didn't need it. I guess if they want to play this safe,
It's safer.
but there's a point where safe becomes why. You know, they're so far ahead.
Gotta secure that win, man. Just gotta secure that win. And
I mean, I guess
Shyvana just goes into Elucida, and Elucida just gets one shot.
Oh my god, yeah, goodbye. I do think I'm a couple seconds behind you, but it doesn't matter at this point. They're gonna go in here with the Kled, ulting in, try to get on Vitautus, who has an enormous shield from the Seraphs. Necro guy going down, Mudkip's flashing out. He will go down to the Shyvana Q, almost. Actually won't secure that, but yep, that is game. SVT over Oof, 23 kills to 2. Very, very strong showing from what ended up being a very long game due to the pauses.
Yeah, so many
All right.
pauses.
Can you make the straw poll, Logie?
I could. Yes, I could. Let me just get rid of the overlay as well as the team names. And I can make the straw polls right now.
All right. While the straw polls are being made, we can talk about some MVP possibilities for game 1. Obviously, only 2 deaths coming out from the side of SVT, and really just solid plays all around. Bot lane not giving up a single kill, playing safe, and like kind of just doing their job. For me, it's definitely between Vitautus and Super Kami. Vitautus, I honestly, I would give it to Super Kami, just because Vitautus was definitely at an advantage the entire game in the mid lane. Just the skill matchup was very, very rough for Mudkips. But Super Kami just being in the right spot, able to get those counter ganks when Elucida was trying to get early kills and get an early lead. Super Kami was just there and really kept him from doing any kind of snowballing. So my vote goes to Super Kami, even though Vitautus going 9-1-7, obviously with insane damage stats, I'm sure. Looking at them now. Oh no, AP Shyvana doing just a little bit more than the Rise. That is surprising.
And the
yeah,
straw poll has just been made, so here you go. Go vote now.
We will cut the stream in just a second. I wanted to make one last note that was very, very surprising. In this game, before this game, Oof had one of the highest first Baron and Baron secures, the highest first blood percentage, and all this shit, and it all just went away.
We're gonna cut the stream anyway so that people can get to sleep soon. Okay.
Oh, who needs to sleep? No one needs to sleep.
You're right. Anyways, I'm cutting the
All right.